In one of his most defining moments, Freddie Mercury held a worldwide audience of 1.9 billion people in the palm of his hand. Live Aid was one of the largest-scale satellite link-ups and television broadcasts of all time, watched by 40% of the world's population in more than 150 countries. As well as the concert in London's Wembley Stadium, a gig was held at the exact same time in Philadelphia's John F. Kennedy Stadium. For many watching on July 13, 1985, Queen's iconic performance was the pinnacle, with images of the crowd clapping along, one of the most famous from the entire day. It was one of the many peaks in the long and varied career for the boys from Queen, and a personal highlight for legendary frontman, Freddie Mercury, who died 30 years ago today. Just 6 years after Live Aid, Freddie had lost his battle against AIDS and died aged 45 at his home in London. He had only told those closest to him about his illness and released an update to fans about his diagnosis 24 hours before he passed away. One of those with him at the end was his former partner, Mary Austin. Mary spent 6 years as the Queen frontman's partner, but the two remained close even after he revealed to her that he was gay. His former girlfriend, who Freddie described as the love of my life, was left his stunning mansion in Kensington, London. To ensure she would remain financially secure for the rest of her life, Freddie also gifted Mary a share of the profits from his future record sales. She has since admitted that the charismatic singer chose his time to die. Mary explained, "He knew it was coming. The quality of his life had changed so dramatically, and he was in more pain every day. He was losing his sight. His body became weaker as he suffered mild fits. It was so distressing to see him deteriorating in this way." But Mary, who still lives in the home given to her by the late star, says Freddie was peaceful at the end and died with a smile on his face. And even though Freddie was famously gay, he has said he never stopped loving Mary, even after their relationship ended. In a new book about his life, Freddie Mercury, A Life in His Own Words, the singer said, "There have only been 2 individuals who have given back as much love to me as I gave to them. Mary, with whom I had a long affair, and our cat, Jerry. My bond with Mary seems to grow and grow. I might have all the problems in the world, but I have Mary, and that gets me through. I still see her every day, and I am fond of her now as I have ever been. I'll love her until I draw my last breath. We'll probably grow old together." And in his final days, Freddie had one last request for Mary, and one she has followed to the letter. He asked that she alone must be the one to collect his ashes after his body was cremated. Freddie, who died aged just 45, then asked Mary to dispose of them in a private place and make sure no one ever found out where. For more than 20 years, Mary has never revealed Freddie Mercury's final resting place out of respect for the man she loved so deeply. And the Queen legend had a heartbreaking reason for his request in his last days. Freddie lost his battle against AIDS in 1991, at a time when the illness was still very much feared. Mary believes he was worried his final resting place would be targeted by vandals. In an interview with Mail Online, Mary said, "He didn't want anyone trying to dig him up, as has happened with some famous people. Fans can be deeply obsessive. He wanted it to remain a secret, and it will remain so." Mary took her vow to her former partner so seriously not even his parents know where his ashes are. And Mary took every care with her mission, not even telling her driver or the staff in the house that had been Freddie's what she was doing. For 2 years after his tragic death, Mary kept Freddie's ashes in his bedroom. Then, one day, she slipped out of the home that was now hers and fulfilled one of Freddie's final wishes. Ever since, the rumors as to where Freddie's final resting place is have circulated. Some believe he was returned to Zanzibar, while others claim his ashes are buried under a cherry tree in the garden of his London home. 6 years ago, when a plinth was built in Kensal Green Cemetery, his fans believed this was where he was buried. The only clue Mary will give as to the location of Freddie's ashes is that he is not there. And she insists it will always remain that way. Mary said, "Nobody will ever know where he is buried because that was his wish." Do you have a story to sell? Get in touch with us at webcelebs@trinitamirror.com or call us direct 0207 29 33 033.